thank you for joining today's webinar. Today we're going to be looking at the special batches. We're going to be looking at creating interest transactions, paying clients, batching fee notes, and consolidating invoices. The topics that we're going to cover today is we're looking at how to charge interest on overdue accounts, posting fee notes to accounting, making bulk payments to clients, and consolidating invoices. Charging interest. The charge interest process creates a batch that will charge interest on all overdue accounts. This interest will only be charged on matters that are marked to charge interest. The interest rate is set in the program settings and the same rate is applied to all matters. To set the interest percentage you want to charge, we're going to select Setup, Program Settings. The Program Settings screen will now open. On the Program Settings screen, we're going to be looking at the tab that says Fees and Disbursements. Once you've selected the Fees and Disbursements tab, we're going to be looking at the Interest section, and we're going to choose how we want to charge our interest. So do we want to charge it from 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, etc. So we'll select 30 days. Next to that, we're going to fill in our rate, which is our percentage in which we want to charge. So say, for example, we have a matter that's in arrears by 2,000 Rand for 30 days, and we now run the interest batch. What the program will do is it will take the 2,000 Rand, it'll times it by the 16.50%, which will give us a figure of 330 Rand, which will then batch against that 2,000 Rand and add to that balance. The next option we have next to that is the override option. This allows you to override all interest entries to one particular ledger account. So instead of having it go to the default income account on the matter that it normally is set up to, you can have it allocated to its own specific account by overriding the matter's accounts. We'll then select OK to accept the settings. Once we have accepted the settings, we are now going to learn how to mark the matter to charge interest. So what we'll need to do is we'll need to click on the matters icon at the top of Legal Suite, the grey filing cabinet. The matters screen will then open. On the matters screen, we're then going to look at highlighting one particular matter that we need to change. So to change the matter, you can either right-click change on the matter, or you can select the change button at the top right-hand side of Legal Suite. Once you've selected the change button, the changing matter screen will appear. On this screen, we're going to be needing to go to the accounting tab. Once on the accounting tab, to mark the matter to charge interest, we're going to select the charge interest to the right. Once you selected the charge interest to the right, we're then going to click OK. And your matter will now be set up to charge interest. We are now going to learn how to tag and to modify different matters to charge interest. So instead of having to do one matter at a time, we can do it all at one go, so it'll be a lot quicker. So what you can do is go to the matter screen at the top of Legal Suite, which is your grey filing cabinet. The matter screen will then open. Once the matter screen is open, we're then going to have a look at that very thin left-hand column. That is where we're going to need to go and tag our matters. So you can go and tick whichever matter you need to set up to charge interest. You can also click on your filter button on the right-hand side and filter for a specific cost center or specific client and tag those matters to modify if you like. What we'll then do is tick our matters. As you can see, we've tagged 4 matters there. So now set up these matters to charge interest. We are then going to go and select File, Tag Matters, Modify Tag Matters, and then the Update Tag Matters screen will appear. On the Update Tag Matters screen, we're going to be needing to select the Accounting Information tab. And to the right of that, we're going to select the Change option. We're going to click that little second block that says Change, and then select the Charge Interest. We'll then select OK. It'll ask us, 4 matters will be modified. We're going to select OK. 4 matters were updated. Do you want to untag these matters now? We'll select yes. And that is your 4 matters then being set up to charge interest at one time. To create the interest batch, you're going to need to go to your batches screen, which is that yellow box icon on the very top-hand side of Legal Suite. If you, for some reason, are not on the accounting side and you're working from the desktop side, you won't have that yellow box icon. So what you can alternatively do is click on the word that says accounting at the very top of Legal Suite and click on your batches, and that screen in front of us will then appear. Once we're on our batches screen, we're going to need to select the icon that says special batches. Once we've selected our special batches screen, we're then going to select the icon that says charge interest. When we selected the charge interest icon, it's then going to ask us, do you want to charge interest on all matters, or do you want to charge interest on tag matters? If you do choose to do it on tag matters, what you can do is select the ellipse button to the right of that. The matters screen will then open. On the matters screen, you're then going to look at that thin left-hand column again, and you're then going to tag all the matters that you would like to charge interest on. Please bear in mind that if you are tagging matters that you have not set up to charge interest, they will not charge interest on them, even though you're tagging them. You have to set up that matter to charge interest. So once you've tagged your matters, you'll then say select, and then you can continue and press OK and carry forward. We're going to leave ours on all matters. We're going to select OK. It's then going to give us the interest batch. You'll see it's giving us all the amounts that it's charging and against which matters it's picked up that's outstanding for 30 days. If you're happy, you can just click on the post icon. Once you've clicked on the post icon, it'll ask you, do you want to post this interest batch? You're going to select OK. You can print the batch at the same time that you post it, or alternatively, you can go and print it at a later stage through the batch order facility. Once you've done it, it's then going to tell you that the interest batch has been posted. You can select OK. Batching fee notes. The batch fee notes process will create a batch from the fee notes if there is money available in trust to cover the unposted fee notes. If there is money in trust, batches will be created for fees, disbursements, creditor disbursements. To actually batch the fee notes, you'll need to go to your batches screen, which is again is that yellow box icon at the very top left-hand side of Legal Suite. Or again, if you're not working on the accounting side, you can click on the word accounting at the top of Legal Suite and select batches. When you're on your batches screen, we're going to select the special batches icon. The special batches screen will then open. We are then going to look at batching fee notes. When you've opened the batch fee notes, it's going to give you a few options to choose from. The first option would be to only batch fee notes only for the matters that have money available in trust, or to do it where the fee note total for a matter is greater than and your amount that you've stipulated. At the bottom there, you can also choose to do it on all matters as well as tag matters. We're going to leave ours on only for matters that have money available in trust, and we're going to select the next icon at the bottom. It's then going to give you a display of what matters are available to batch fee notes against and the amount that it's going to batch and what the description of the fee is. If you're not happy with this and you want to maybe go back, you can select the back option to go back and re-choose your selections, or you can say next. If you click on next, it's going to ask you if you want to batch the fee notes. We're going to select the OK button. It's then going to show us our actual batches. It's going to show you a disbursement batch and a fee batch with the entries in it. If you're happy with this, you can select the postbox button. Paying clients. The pay clients process will create the payment batch automatically. The following options are available. You can pay from reserved, so clients will be paid the reserved balance from their matter. Pay credit balance. Clients can be paid the full credit balance on their matter, excluding the reserve. or you can pay up to claim amount. Clients will be paid a portion of their claim amount from the available credit on the matter. Previous payments will be subtracted and the balance will be paid until the payments equal the claim amount. To do the payment batch, you're going to select your special batches once again on your batches screen. You're then going to select your pay clients facility option on your special batches. Once you've selected that, it will give you the three options to choose from like we have previously discussed. You can pay from reserved, or you can pay straight out from your normal credit balances, or you can pay up to a claim amount. I'm going to leave mine on pay from reserved and select next at the bottom. The next thing that will appear is the filter button. On the filter button here, you can filter to maybe only do it on a certain client, or if you maybe want to run it for a certain cost center, the option is there. I'm going to leave mine all on all and select OK. It's then created my payment batch for me. And on the screen here, you can see which matters it's paying from and the type where it's paying from. So it's paying from reserved and the amount that it's paying. If you're happy with this payment batch, you can click on the post button there. It'll ask you if you want to post batch. You're going to select OK. You can print it at the same time or you can print it at a later stage. The payment batch will then be posted. Consolidating invoices. The consolidation process consolidates individual matters to the main account so the client only receives one invoice. This should be run just before your period end or before creating invoices. This process will consolidate the balances on matters that are marked for full consolidation or consolidate balance only. To run your consolidating invoices, you're going to go to our batches screen once again and select the special batches icon. Once the special batches icon is open, you're going to click on the consolidation block. When the consolidation screen is open, you're going to select the green tick to create the consolidation batch. Once you've selected the green tick, a filter will appear where you can then go and filter for a certain client or certain matter or cost center that you're wanting to do a consolidation for. If not, we can leave it all on all and select OK. It'll then create the consolidation batch. The consolidation batch will have all the individual matters here with the amounts on that it will now try to consolidate to the main account. Once you're done with your batch, you can click on Post there, the post box. It'll ask you if you want to post the batch. You can select OK. It'll then tell you that the consolidation batch has been posted. You can select OK. To sum up today, we've looked at how to set the interest rate charged on overdue matters, charging interest on overdue matters, batching and posting fee notes, paying your clients, and consolidating matters to create a combined invoice. Thank you very much for joining us on the Accounting Special Batches webinar today. If you have any further questions, you can contact me on stacy@legalsuite.co.za, or you can simply call our support help hotline number and speak to myself, Stacy, or to Laura, and we'll gladly assist you with any further questions.